Emma's alarm clock blared. 6 o'clock in the morning. Another day began. She hit the snooze button, a wave of fatigue washing over her. The daily grind was taking its toll. Emma was a young professional, driven and ambitious. Her days were a blur of meetings, deadlines, and endless emails. She rushed through breakfast, barely tasting her coffee. The morning commute was a stressful battle against traffic. Emma's mind raced with to-do lists and upcoming presentations. She felt constantly on, never truly present. Evenings offered little respite. After a long day, Emma would collapse on the couch, scrolling through social media, her mind still buzzing. Weekends were supposed to be for recharging, but Emma often found herself working, unable to fully disconnect. The pressure to succeed, the fear of falling behind, it all weighed heavily on her. Emma knew something had to change. She was exhausted, stressed, and longing for a sense of peace. Little did she know, a solution was closer than she thought. It was during a particularly hectic week that Emma reached her breaking point. A crucial presentation was looming, and the pressure was immense. She found herself working late into the night, fueled by caffeine and anxiety. Sleep was a distant memory. Emma's body ached, her mind felt frayed. One morning, she woke up with a pounding headache. Her chest felt tight, and she could barely catch her breath. Panic surged through her. Was this a panic attack? Emma had heard of them, but never experienced one herself. She felt overwhelmed, like she was drowning in stress. This was the wake-up call Emma needed. She realized she couldn't continue living like this. Her health, both physical and mental, was deteriorating. Desperate for a solution, Emma confided in a colleague, Sarah. Sarah, a picture of calm amidst the office chaos, suggested a surprising solution: mindfulness. Mindfulness? Emma had heard the term before, but always associated it with meditation and incense. It seemed too esoteric, too far removed from her busy life. But Sarah assured her that mindfulness wasn't about chanting mantras or sitting cross-legged for hours. It was about bringing awareness to the present moment, without judgment. Intrigued, Emma decided to give it a try. Sarah recommended starting with a simple breathing exercise. Find a quiet space, Sarah instructed. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Just observe the natural rhythm of your inhales and exhales. Don't try to control it, just notice it. Emma found a quiet corner in the office and sat down. She closed her eyes, feeling self-conscious at first. Her mind, as usual, was racing with thoughts. But as she focused on her breath, she noticed something remarkable. The constant chatter in her mind began to quiet down. For the first time in a long time, Emma felt a sense of stillness within. That initial experience, brief as it was, left a profound impact on Emma. She realized that mindfulness wasn't about escaping her life, but rather about changing how she experienced it. With Sarah's guidance, Emma began incorporating mindfulness into her daily routine. She started with her morning commute. Instead of letting her mind race with anxieties, Emma would focus on the sensations of driving, the feel of the steering wheel in her hands, the sounds of the city around her. She began paying attention to her posture, noticing any tension in her body. Even waiting in line for her morning coffee became an opportunity for mindfulness. Rather than scrolling through her phone, Emma would observe her surroundings. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee, the sound of the espresso machine, the expressions on people's faces. By bringing awareness to these everyday moments, Emma found that she was less reactive to stress. She was more present, more grounded. Section 5. Battling the distractions. Emma's strategies for focus. Maintaining mindfulness in a hectic life wasn't easy. Emma's mind was constantly pulled in different directions. Emails, deadlines, social media. Distractions were endless. She developed strategies to combat them. Setting specific times for mindfulness practice helped. She used technology to set mindful break reminders. When overwhelmed, Emma practiced mindful breathing. Mindful walking outdoors cleared her head. Mindfulness was about kindness and curiosity, even in challenges. Section 6. The ripple effect of calm Emma's transformation. As weeks turned into months, Emma noticed a remarkable shift within herself. The constant background anxiety she had grown accustomed to began to dissipate. She felt calmer, more centered, even in the face of challenges. Her sleep improved, and she had more energy throughout the day. But the transformation went deeper than that. Emma found herself becoming more patient, more understanding, both in her professional and personal life. She was better able to listen to others, to offer support and empathy. Her relationships, both with colleagues and loved ones, flourished. Even her work performance improved. By being more present and focused, Emma was able to approach tasks with greater clarity and efficiency. She was less reactive to setbacks and more resilient in the face of pressure. Mindfulness wasn't just a stress reduction technique for Emma, it had become a way of life. Section 7. Sharing the journey. Inspiring others to find peace. Inspired by her own transformation, Emma felt compelled to share the power of mindfulness with others. She started by simply talking about her experiences with colleagues, friends, and family. She was surprised by how many people were struggling with similar issues of stress, anxiety, and feeling overwhelmed. Emma organized informal mindfulness sessions during lunch breaks at work. She shared simple breathing exercises and guided meditations, making mindfulness accessible and approachable for everyone. Word spread, and soon, Emma found herself leading mindfulness workshops for larger groups. Seeing the positive impact mindfulness was having on others filled Emma with a sense of purpose. She realized that her journey wasn't just about her own well-being, but about helping others find peace and fulfillment in their own lives. Emma had become a mindfulness advocate, sharing the transformative power of presence, one breath at a time. Simple steps to embrace mindfulness. Mindfulness isn't a luxury reserved for monks or yogis. It's practical and accessible for everyone. Start small. Begin with a few minutes of mindful breathing each day. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Engage your senses. Pause and notice your surroundings. Incorporate mindfulness into everyday activities. Set reminders to take mindful breaks. Be kind to yourself. Mindfulness is a practice, not a perfect. Just a few minutes each day can transform your life.